Hey friends, hi, I'm Rachna and I'm back with a new lesson. Oops, I'm so sorry. Forgot to get my headsets off. Well, it's an addiction. I love listening to music. I can't do without it. When I'm traveling, even while I'm reading sometimes, I have to have my earphones on because I love music. So just excuse me. Well, today's lesson is about addiction. Talking about addiction. First, let's understand what do we mean by the word addiction. Addiction is nothing. It's just that you are addicted to something. That means you like something so much, you're so crazy about it that you can't do without it. So for example, if I love eating chocolates, every day I must eat a few. If I don't, it kind of agitates me and I feel upset, I feel irritated. You know, your day is not complete without getting what you are addicted to. Okay? Now there are various types of addiction you can have. You know, it could be an addiction to chocolate, it could be an addiction to exercising for all those who want to achieve size 0. It could be addiction to smoking, to listening to music like I have. Okay, so you have various addictions. Basically, it is something that you really like and you just can't do without. Your day is not complete till you don't get it. Okay, so now let's see how do we talk about addiction. So sometimes when you want to say someone is addicted to something, you use the verb form addicted, okay, to be addicted to. So, well, let's take an example of John. John is addicted to smoking. Now, a lot of people feel addiction is always negative. It is not so. It depends on what your addiction is. Well, of course, we all know, you know, your parents, your doctors, your teachers always tell you too much of anything is bad. Okay. So in that sense, yes, maybe an addiction could be bad. So John is addicted to smoking. He is addicted to it. Is more than just liking it or enjoying it. If he doesn't smoke, probably his mind doesn't function. He needs it. Okay. So John is addicted to smoking. Well, all of you out there who are addicted to smoking, very bad, a big no. Please kick the habit. Okay. So John is addicted to smoking. This is a verb. Okay. A lot of people are addicted to coffee. So the first thing they wake up in the morning, they need their hot cup of coffee before they act, or rather to kickstart their day. Okay, so to be addicted to something. Another way of speaking is using the word addict. He is a television addict. Okay, so you can say he is addicted to television, or another way to say is he is a television addict. Okay, here it is a noun form. You can be a gym addict, you can be a coffee addict, you can be an alcohol addict. Okay, so here it is a noun form. You can use it either which ways. You can even say John is addicted to television. John is a television addict. So this is a different way of saying that a person is addicted to something. Okay. The next word we have is addictive. Now, addictive is an adjective. Now, why is this word addictive an adjective? Because it describes a person of being addicted to something or really being crazy about something. Okay, so gambling is quite addictive. So, addictive is describing the noun gambling. Okay, well, let's take a similar example that we did. Coffee is quite addictive. Okay, so well, when you want to use it as an adjective or a describing word, you use the word addictive. Smoking is very addictive. Well, a lot of people like listening to trance music. So trance music is very addictive. Okay, so you get hooked onto it and you just can't do without it. Okay, so addictive is another way of talking about addiction. Now, these are the three ways of describing or talking about addiction. One is to be addicted to something, which is a verb form. You use a noun. He is a television addict, where addict is a noun. When you want to describe of a thing being addictive, you say gambling is quite addictive, where this is an adjective. Okay. Now, sometimes when we talk about addiction, we also want to say that people have come out of their addictions. Okay. So one way to say it is to overcome an addiction. To overcome means okay, so either you get over an addiction or you get rid of an addiction. So John overcame his addiction to smoking. Okay, that means he no longer smokes. He was addicted to it earlier. Okay, but now he no longer smokes. That means he has overcome it. He has left it. Well, good John did it, because it's very difficult to overcome an addiction. So all of you out there who have really bad addictions, please make sure you overcome your addiction. Okay, another way to say that he has overcome it is kick a habit. Now, kick a habit does not literally mean that you kick, but yes, it's out of your lifestyle. Okay, so it's the same as overcoming an addiction. Ryan wants to kick the habit of smoking. Well, Ryan saw John and he noticed that he's done a brilliant job. He no longer smokes. He too wants to kick the habit of smoking. That means he wants to overcome his addiction. Okay friends, I hope you've understood these words and phrases of talking about addiction, and phrases that you use when you want to say someone has gotten rid of his addiction. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go through a few words that you can use to show a person is addicted to something. The first one is alcoholic. Now, instead of saying someone is addicted to alcohol, you can say he is an alcoholic. So you add holic to show it's an addiction. So the minute I say he's an alcoholic, that doesn't, I mean, it means he loves drinking. He drinks every day, probably even gets drunk. Okay, so he's not a social drinker that will, will probably occasionally have a drink just to be a part of the crowd. He's someone who needs it. So the minute you use holic, it means it is an addiction. So in this case, it's an alcohol addiction. Okay, so an alcoholic. So say someone is an alcoholic. The next one is a workaholic. See, you add holic to workaholic to say a person works 24/7. He does not have a social life. He is not even in touch with his friends. I'm sure most of us have become, thanks to our bosses out there. Okay, so a person who works, workaholic. Don't say he's addicted to his work. He's a workaholic. Finish. Says it all. Shopaholic. Well, most of the women come in this category, okay, and send huge credit card statements to their husbands and their boyfriends. So she is a shopaholic. She loves shopping. She goes to the mall. She won't have a cup of coffee or tea. She'll go shopping. Even if there's no sale, she'll shop. It's good retail therapy. That's what I've been told. I have not tried it, but a lot of women, when they feel upset, they're depressed, things are not going right, they indulge in retail therapy, and then finally they become a shopaholic. The next one is a webaholic. Most of you who are on the PC throughout the day, maybe at work, in your free time, or even while you're working, you're so distracted or you're so addicted to surfing the net, you ultimately become a webaholic. Okay, that is why I hate desk jobs. I need to be on the move, so I don't become a webaholic. So even here you add holic to say he's a webaholic, someone who's addicted to the internet. Okay, and the last one is chocoholic. Someone who loves chocolates, has to eat chocolates even after lunch, even after breakfast, even between meals, but has to have chocolate. So you call him a chocoholic, you add holic to say that he is highly addicted to chocolates. Okay friends, so these are the 5 common holic words that we use when we want to say someone is addicted to something. Mostly alcohol, work, shopping, surfing and eating chocolates. Okay friends, this brings me to the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Well, in case you have not identified your addiction, it's time you do so. Let me know what are your addictions. I hope they are the good ones. All those out there with bad addictions, it's time you kicked it. You kicked the habit. Okay friends? So I'm sure it's easier now to express about your addictions or how you overcame it. Alright? Do put down your comments and queries. I'll be back soon with a new lesson. Till then, take care and bye.